is still a pig, and it is just Halloween. So I just feel very strongly about that, and I wanted to make that clear. And that this is a large part, though, Piers, going back to your point of why, because my sisters were on the left, and this is the first election that they voted for Connecticut. Dyed in the wool Democrats, I guess you could say, and they moved away. And the trans issue was the number one reason that they did.
Yeah.
What trans women are absolutely not women, and that's why we're playing the crazy game right now, is because we have people that are trying.
Black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency that we have been using, and let me be the first to tell you that's used up. White America has been watching us act like fools for a long enough time where any sympathy they may have had to our plight is completely gone. You're approaching a country that, forget hating black people and not hating black people, they just don't care. You could be talking about affirmative action, they be like, I don't care. It literally is of no importance to me. I don't care about slavery, I don't care about segregation, I don't care about you, I don't care how many of you all go to jail, I don't care at all, because I'm broke. You can't be the proud, noble fighter when every single time someone sees a person that looks like you on television, they're acting like a damn fool. How would they know? How would they know you're not a damn fool? Black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency that we had.
This forest can be confusing. Be careful out there. Hey, I've been traveling through Ashenvale, heading towards Ratchet, and decided to make a stop here at Splinter Tree. I'm always looking for an opportunity, and it seems that satyr horns are in high demand in Ratchet these days. After asking around here, it seems that the satyrs in Nightrun, Satyr-Nar, and Xavian all have the type of horns I am looking for. I'm no match for those satyrs, but you look like you might be. Tell you what. You collect the horns for me, and I'll make it worth your time.
If you want to be useful, then why don't you do something about the situation near Talondeep Path? The transports between Ashenvale and Stone Talon are at a standstill because of the lake coming alive and attacking anything that gets close, which means anyone on the path. Would it be even more useful than just putting the hammer down on the water elementals there? Is someone scouting the gazebo on Mistral Lake, the one that has a solid view of the Alliance outpost there? You up for being useful?
Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
What you want?
I'm out of range. It's still recharging. I don't have a target. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. It's still recharging. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I don't have a target. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I need a target.
Great. Everyone and their mom is out here doing this shit, apparently. All the fucking dead bodies.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Polly down.
I can't cast that yet. I need a target. target. I don't have a target. I need a target. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target.
Let's give this a
It's still recharging. I can't attack that.
This quest sucks. You know, it's like a double-edged sword. It's so I love the classic feel of this game, and I want it to be populated so I can get into groups to do dungeons and shit and raids and all that fun jazz and PvP. But when it comes to world quests, man, fucking A, dude. Fucking A.
Ready yet? I can't cast that yet.
It's just too much.
It's still recharging.
Damn, Drain Life starting to fucking collapse cheeks. He does. So at 30 he gets Siphon. Alright. And then he does one into Nightfall. Finishes off Improved Drain Life. Gets Shadow Mastery. And then Dark Pact. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one more point in that. And then I'm probably going to put a point in the Curse of Exhaustion, man. Real talk. What I'm going to do.
I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I don't have a target.
Let's go get a monster. Ugh. Colorado. I drive through Nashville all the time. It is nice. I have family that live on the east side of Tennessee near Knoxville. I would love to give you a tour.
That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet.
These fuckers stun?
Let's get this party started.
It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I need a target. yet.
More of a tequila guy. Unfortunately, I can't drink for the next 6 months. I recently just got done being sick, super sick, to where I was hospitalized. And the virus spiked my liver enzymes to be over 300. So I have to wait for those to go down, and it takes time. So the doctor said no more drinking until then.
Well met. Farewell.
Do you hear the call of the hunt, adventurer? You must listen closely, but the call comes from deep within you. It comes from deep within all of us. Most impressive, adventurer. The claw of Sharptalon could not have been easy to get. The Ashenvale hunt goes well
It
for
was
you.
extremely
Sharptalon
easy
had
to get.
long terrorized the peons from the lumber camps near its path as they tried to travel here to Splinter Tree Post. No doubt, once the word gets out that it was you who put down the beast, many rousing songs of your bravery will be heard at campfires and lumber mills across Ashenvale.
I can't cast that yet. I'm still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. target. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I need a target. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I don't have a target. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I need a target. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I don't have a target.
It was pretty scary. I've never been hospitalized before.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I need a target. It's too far away. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I don't have a target. That spell isn't ready yet. I need a target. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I don't have a target. That's still recharging. I need a target. I don't have a target. I can't cast that yet. I need a target. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I need to get closer. I can't attack that target. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I don't have a target. I need a target. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I don't have a target. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I need a target. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I don't have a target. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I need a target.
$210. Hmm.
I don't have a target. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I need a target.
I used to share drinks and foods with coworkers all the time, but not anymore. Apparently, you could be asymptomatic to it as well.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I don't have a target. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I need a target. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I can't cast that yet.
Let's get this party started.
That's still recharging. I don't have a target. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I need a target. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I don't have a target. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I need a target. I don't have a target. I'm out of range. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I need a target. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I don't have a target. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I don't have a target. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Let's get this party started.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I need a target. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I don't have a target. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I need a target. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I don't have a target. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I need a target.
Let's get this party started.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I don't have a target. I need to get closer. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I need a target. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I don't have a target. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I need a target. It's too far away. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I don't have a target. That's still recharging. I need a target.
Oh, did I get stuck? Parkour. Why does this always happen? Zygor is so fucking cringe. Fuck you, Zygor. Piece of shit. Garbage ass fucking guide. I really hate this fucking... I really cannot stand Zygor sometimes. Doesn't tell you where it's at. So fucking stupid, man. God, fucking what a piece of shit, man. How do I get unstuck? Where is it? Support? Fucking stuck. Why would Blizzard even make this? You're wasting my fucking Hearthstone. Unless this wastes your Hearthstone for you, I don't fucking know. Hurry up. I gotta take a shit anyway, so that's fine. Fuck you, Zygor, and fuck you, WoW. Hurry up, I gotta take a shit, you piece of shit game. Oh my god, please hurry. What is taking so long? Shitty support. Fuck it. To move this character will be kicked offline. Move character. You gotta be fucking kidding me right now, man. Why do I have no sound? Why do I have no sound?
Peace, friend. Goodbye.
Many are the paths of the Earth Mother. Wherever you decide to travel, may she watch over you.
No sound. What the fuck? Oh, I have no audio at all. Why did this mute? All right.
Right now, the central area of rotation is near Country Village, in a pretty remote zone, to be honest. However, as it moves off to the north and east, it'll cross Highway 242 around that bend there near the Harrington Trails Recreation Center. And then it's going to go up towards the Splendora High School. If you know where the Splendora High School is, that's right in the path here. Latest update from the correlation coefficient shows a strong debris signature now. I am very surprised we've yet to receive an update from the National Weather Service. This is a big tornado on the ground causing big time damage right now near Country Village. It's getting ready to cross Highway 242. Keep a close eye on Jason's stream down there. He's getting close. He's going to be able to give us a view of this soon. This is a very dangerous situation for our folks out here near Splendora. Once again, tornado right now is approximately near the Houston, Texas Bar and Grill, potentially doing damage right now to the homes down here near Lord Drive, Dry Creek Road. If you know where the Performance Mechanical office is down there near Kinder Morgan Compressor Station, Tornado is doing damage right now near that area, moving up in the general direction of the Harrington Trails, the Big Rivers Water Park, and then eventually Splendora High School. You guys got to take shelter. Downstream, we've got to be concerned about Cleveland and North Cleveland, Texas as well. If you're just now tuning in, we've got a tornado warning here for Montgomery and Liberty County, Texas, with a very clear sign that we've got a big tornado down producing debris. And it's right on the doorstep of the Big Rivers Water Park and the Harrington Trails Recreation Center and the Splendora High School. If you were in downtown Splendora right now and were watching the approach of the tornado as it came in, it would come in on the side of town where the Kennedy Fabricating plant is. Hopefully it doesn't last that long, but it very well could. All right, there we go. We got an official upgrade to a PDS tornado warning. Radar confirmed tornado here. We have a PDS tornado warning. That's a particularly dangerous situation. We have a big tornado on the ground. We've got a large, dangerous, confirmed tornado on the ground right now in Texas. Montgomery and Liberty counties in Texas are under a PDS tornado warning. This is moving towards Splendora and Cleveland, Texas right now. Wow, look at the weather intensity scores now over 200. A large, dangerous tornado is confirmed on the ground. It's located near Wood Branch or 10 miles north of Kingwood, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. This is a life-threatening situation. This is not a normal tornado warning, okay? This is going to hit Splendora, Patton Village, Roman Forest, and Plum Grove within the next 5 to 10 minutes. The Cleveland area, it could be there between 12:20 and 12:30. This is also affecting the New Caney area. Here's what you're going to want to do. You want to take shelter now, get to the lowest floor or basement or storm cellar. You got to stay away from windows. And of course, if you're in a mobile home, find a sturdy shelter now. Mobile homes are going to be destroyed by this. Flying debris is going to be deadly to those caught without shelter. And vehicles and homes will be heavily damaged, and complete destruction is possible in the direct path. We've got some schools in the path here. Cleveland Junior High, Splendora Elementary, and the A.M. Aiken Elementary. We got to get those guys, if there's anybody near the schools, get them into their safe spot. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado warning. This is as serious as it gets, folks. All right? And we need to make sure everybody down here is aware of the severity of the situation. So if we can still see it, yeah, the correlation coefficient drop here is still very visible. The blue indicates where we have debris floating in the air that's been picked up by the tornado. So right now we've got a PDS tornado warning that expires in 32 minutes. That's our main focus at this moment. We are still covering all of the other storms that are going on out there, and there's a lot of them, but we've got to make sure that we get the word out about this specific one right now. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, I have a message from Andy. I would go ahead and talk about the storm to the south of the PDS tornado warning. Watch for the big merger and now an accelerated of inflow into the storm. Right on the spot where you'd expect for it to be a tornado event.
Thank you so much, Elijah. Meteorologist Andy Hill is chiming in from an airport right now, going ahead and saying that we should also pay attention to this area of rotation, this convergence that's likely going to tighten up as it crosses Highway or Interstate 69 here near Kingwood. Y'all watch out in Kingwood and Mills Branch. This is likely going to be another tornado-producing storm down here, as it's going to be in the same environment as our PDS tornado warning that is ongoing right now, just to the north of that. Velocity still shows a strong tornado up here, maybe occluding a little bit to the north, just across State Highway 242, now going up towards Daw Collins Road. Let me try to give you a better idea. So that's near the Loveland Ranch. If you know where the Loveland Ranch is, that's about where the tornado is right now. If it continues to kind of occlude off to the north like this, we could maybe see it approach the Caney Creek Cowboy Church, the Tequeria La Panza Feliz Mexican restaurant, Air on Time AC, and Spring Branch Crossing. Take shelter now. Also, if you know where the Photon Solutions 20K solar power plant is, that's in the general vicinity of where the tornado could be going as well. So there's a pretty large area here because of the erratic motion that the tornado could be taking. There's a pretty large area that we're immediately concerned about that includes the old security flea market, includes Splendora High School. It still includes downtown Splendora. Take shelter now. This is in Texas, yeah.
Dude's mic is fucked. Fucked.
Jason Cooley is over there in Cleveland, Texas, so he's still kind of far away from the storm right now, but we should have a visual on it at some point here. This is a life-threatening situation. Seek shelter now if you're out here in Montgomery or Liberty counties in Texas. We got a confirmed and extremely dangerous tornado west of Splendora, Texas. Yeah, if you can do so safely, feel free to send pictures and videos of what's going on near you on Twitter. But only if you can do so safely. Are our gifts not working, Kenzie? They're not, are they? Wow, what the heck? Have Allie refresh that web page over there on the triple monitor computer. All right, if you're just now tuning in, we are kind of hyper-focused right now on Liberty and Montgomery counties in Texas, as we do have a PDS tornado warning. We had a tornado down on the ground producing significant damage moments ago. I'm hesitant to say, but I'm growing more confident in the fact that we might have seen an occlusion here and we don't have a tornado at the moment. However, a new one could form very quickly in a situation like this, so we need to stay sheltered in Splendora, Midline, Williams, and Nimrod, and all these places near Cleveland, Texas. But let's hope that it continues to downtrend here. We're also watching very closely the storm just to the south of that. You see this area of convergence right here. This could turn into a tornado very soon. Meteorologist Andy Hill drew our attention to that not too long ago. PDS tornado warning continues, at least for the next few minutes, though, for Cleveland in Texas. We're seeing on the correlation coefficient as well, if you take a three-dimensional slice, if you take a look at the height that the debris is reaching, it got up somewhere near 15,000 feet. So it takes a really strong storm to throw things in the air 15,000 feet. So that's the kind of environment that we've got today, and that's this kind of storm that's approaching Cleveland, Texas right now.
No.
Oh, okay.
Let's get this party started.
Maybe even close to 20,000. So we'll be monitoring, we'll be listening in to see if we hear any damage reports, and Elijah will relay those if we get them. Oh yeah, look at this. Texas doesn't, as far as I know, Texas does not have live traffic cameras. They've got these that take pictures. Please, somebody prove me wrong and send me a link. But that's why we don't have them up on our system right now. But this one took a picture at just the right moment near Cleveland. This was just moments ago. You can see the tornado right back in there. This is taken on Interstate 69, or near 69, I should say. Moments ago when we had the clearer velocity couplet. You see it right back in there. Now, I do expect that they will allow the PDS tag on that warning. I think they're going to allow that to drop. But until they do, we want to respect the polygon, right? Make sure you are staying underground and staying in your safe spot up there in Cleveland, Texas, Splendora, Williams, and Nimrod. But I'm hoping that we just saw a brief, strong tornado and it's not going to cycle back up here. Yeah, I've got a cold today, guys. It's apparently going around. Yeah, sure. No. If you're just now tuning in, we are watching an ongoing PDS tornado warning. The rotation's let up a lot, but we're keeping an eye on it. Debris reached 20,000 feet in the latest 3D slice. This was a strong tornado, so we're waiting now to hear if we've got any damage reports coming in. And the storm that produced that strong tornado is still moving up towards Cleveland, Texas, so stay in your all safe spots. And now our focus is not going to shift too completely, but it's going to kind of meander a little bit because we've got other storms going on. We've got other stuff going on. This severe thunderstorm warning down here for Kingwood, if we take a look at the velocity on this, there's a large area of convergence here that might try to tighten up into a tornado as it crosses Interstate 69. So get ready for that over there near Kingwood. You might need to take shelter here soon. This also includes Mills Branch and Lake Houston Wilderness Park. And that's not all we've got going on. We've got a ton of severe thunderstorm warnings out here. Here's another one that's probably about to be allowed to expire, but we got a strong storm coming into Livingston there. Huge severe thunderstorm warning for up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts moving into College Station. This is Brazos, Lee, and Washington counties in Texas. Another very large severe thunderstorm warning for Claiborne, Bossier, Columbia, and Lafayette. Lafayette County, Arkansas. The rest of those are parishes in Louisiana. We've got another severe thunderstorm warning out here in more south-central Texas near LaGrange. This is a really strong storm. Quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and a little bit of rotation. So we've got to watch the Round Top area of Texas as well. You guys might need to take shelter at some point, as this could eventually be a tornado-producing storm. So that's what's going on there. A ton of special weather statements as well. Let me refresh our radar here, and I'll show you the broad overview of everything that's going on. Right here's all of our warnings, right? All those severe thunderstorm warnings are right up in this area from about Pine Bluff, Arkansas, down through Shreveport, Louisiana, down here into areas just east of Austin, Texas. This right here, where we've got our tornado warning right now near Houston, this is what we call a confluence band. Okay, so you've heard me talk a lot about confluence bands today. These are kind of line segments or broken line segments that are forming out in front of the line. And these are really dangerous during setups like today. We might have several of them trying to form here out in this open warm sector. So Louisiana, Mississippi, you guys are going to be in for a long afternoon and evening. It looks like this is going to continue for quite some time. Remember, we've been talking a lot about Texas today, and the storms haven't even made it into the moderate risk yet. The areas in the red are where we expect to see the strongest storms today, and the greatest chance for tornadoes. And our storms are still way back here, so they're going to continue to get stronger, and they're potentially going to wreak havoc over this area right here this afternoon and evening. Lots of clear skies out in front of the storms, even really close to the confluence bands. Even like right here where Bob Pack is, you could see some breaks in the clouds in Texas. So really interesting stuff. It's going to be a long, long, long day. Let me try to pull up a satellite view. Oh yeah, this is great. This is great. So this is a great visual representation, I should say. So here's what I'm talking about with that open warm sector. Literally sunny in certain parts of Louisiana and Mississippi right now. All of this very unstable air is just going to feed into these little mini supercells and eventually the big line of storms. And my goodness, we're going to have ourselves one heck of a tornado outbreak today. Yeah, we no longer have a PDS tornado warning. Thank goodness. It's still a confirmed tornado warning in Liberty and Montgomery counties in Texas, so stay in your safe spots. Observed tornado warning for Cleveland and Splendora in Texas. That's Liberty County. That tornado was quite large, at least 15 to 20,000 feet in the air. Debris was being lofted there for a moment.
Let's get this party started.
It did 95 damage.
JKC, thank you for the very generous super chat. Says Mountain Brook, Alabama here. I appreciate you keeping us informed. Absolutely. We'll be here likely until the storms get to you. Meteorologist Andy Hill is here with us today, but he's kind of in and out. He's at an airport. It's Christmas. You know, everybody's traveling. It was a miracle that we were all able to be together in this capacity today. But he's watching the radar, and he's still feeding me information. So don't you worry. Andy Hill's still with us, even though he's not necessarily in his normal environment. Yeah, one more call out here, just in case anybody missed this earlier, because you know there's definitely not a lull right now. It's very active out there. I'm getting ready to go through all of the warnings again, but before we have another PDS tornado warning, please take this moment to share our stream, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, wherever it is. Send it in a text message to a family member or a friend. Let them know that we're going to be here, commercial free of charge, for the duration of this event. With our storm chasers, our live cameras, our radar, you know, and everything else, just relaying information as quickly as possible, just in case somebody out there doesn't know. Thank you for helping us reach people. We know that it works. We know that it saves lives. Every time a big tornado hits a town, we go there and we help out. And we hear, hey, Aunt Sally shared this on Facebook. I never would have known. So help us reach people. Thank you. Derek says, important reminder, areas with sunshine increases the chance for formations of severe storms, but dangerous weather can even move into areas where it has been cloudy. That is true. On a day like today, even if there was no areas of sunshine, even if there were no breaks in the cloud, we would still have a tornado outbreak. So the fact that we are seeing those breaks in the clouds, and we are seeing the environment become more unstable, just means that it could be worse. Allie, thank you.
Let's get this party started.
There was a report near the Splendora High School. Tornado spotted near. This was earlier when we were talking about the tornado near Splendora. We called out the Splendora High School way ahead of time, and there was a report that came in near FM 2090 in the Splendora High School. There was a lot of debris, and Elijah's working on getting a damage report put together. Today we've got a moderate risk of severe weather in the red. If you look above my head there, that's the latest Storm Prediction Center outlook. Moderate risk of severe weather, a 4 out of 5 for parts of Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama. This includes Jackson, Monroe, and Hattiesburg, about 8 million people. The enhanced risk, which is the small sliver of orange around the red, includes Baton Rouge, Shreveport, and Mobile, an additional 4 million people. And in there, we've got the primary threat of strong tornadoes, EF2 or greater, long track tornadoes, and widespread damaging winds. Large hail. The greatest risk is going to be from late this afternoon through the evening, so it's still early. It's 1:30 on the East Coast. It's 12:30 Central. We might not have peak tornado action until 4, 5, 6 p.m. So we're still several hours away from the peak of this event, and we've already seen a couple of damaging tornadoes. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. So yeah, it's going to get a lot worse the farther east this goes. We've got a strong mid-level shortwave with 80 to 90 knots of strong winds in the mid-levels, in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And then at the lower levels, we're going to have a really strong lower-level jet kind of working alongside that, especially around sundown, that is going to allow for these storms to produce even stronger tornadoes, and that we're really concerned about that specifically in Louisiana and Mississippi. The moderate risk today is a 4 out of 5, but they did consider issuing a high risk, a 5 out of 5, a very rare risk category for severe weather for parts of Louisiana and Mississippi, but they maintained the moderate risk after talking about it for a little bit longer. So it just goes to show how high confidence these guys have in a significant severe weather event today, and I'm right there on board with it. Kyle, thank you for that. My car is currently reading 66 degrees here in Kentucky. Yeah, I bet it feels wild. It's December 28th. How does it feel out here in this open warm sector? I bet it's quite nuts. If you're outside right now in Louisiana or southwestern Mississippi, if we've got anybody watching, just what does it feel like out there? If you didn't know it was December 28th, could we trick you into thinking it was April? I just about bet we probably could. Go ahead, Elijah.
Well, Ryan, so I have a damage report now. So Porter Heights did take a direct hit from the tornado. An emergency command center is currently being established. There are at least 5 homes that I'm aware of that have extremely heavy damage to them. Fire departments were actually unable to get to those homes due to downed power lines, so they are having to get there on foot. If you know, based on some of the locations I have, if you know around where McShannigan's is, or the Maple Heights by Century communities, the tornado crossed right in that area. I'm trying to get additional information, but there is a lot of damage, it looks like. We also do have a 4-story home that has damage according to the scanner, but I did not get a location specifically for that home. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Elijah. Unfortunately, it looks like that tornado that we just covered there with the PDS warning has done significant damage. This is a good time to remind you, Y'all Squad, the y'allsquad.org. Places like Porter City are going to be some potential places that we go help out if we're requested, if the local officials there deem it necessary. We've got a lot of resources already thanks to you guys, but if you want to help us have even more, you can go submit a tax-deductible donation to our nonprofit organization, the Y'all Squad, which, we're going to go, if there's places that need food, water, supplies, if there's individual families that need a check written to fill in the gap between insurance and FEMA and whatever else is cutting up short, we're going to be there to help fill those gaps over the next couple of weeks for any place that gets hit today at a significant level. So once again, the y'allsquad.org. Go submit a tax-deductible donation if you want to. You don't have to, obviously, but it helps. All right, if you are just now tuning in, we're doing a little tour here of all of the warnings that are out. You can see that the radar's moving around. We've got a bunch of warnings right now. We've got quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings. We've got a ton of special weather statements. There is one flash flood warning in Navarro County, Texas, and there is one tornado warning. Okay? And right there it is. It's a confirmed tornado warning for Liberty and Montgomery counties in Texas. This is the storm that produced the tornado that caused the damage that we're talking about now. But it is no longer producing that caliber of a tornado from what we can tell. It is going to be capable of doing it again, though, as the storm moves off to the north and east. And also, as the storm to its south moves off to the north and east. I'm concerned about places like Colony Ridge.
Has been issued.
Okay? And we just got a new tornado warning. And that's exactly what it's for. It's for the storm to the south. So we're watching this area of convergence right here to the south and east of Roman Forest. We could have a new tornado forming here near Plum Grove and Colony Ridge, moving up towards Carter Settlement and Macedonia and Trinity River Estates. Take shelter now. This one looks pretty concerning. I ain't gonna lie. We've got a pretty well-defined supercellular structure here. We've got lots of warm, moist air coming into the storm. We've got storms back here nudging the rear flank downdraft. So, like, everything's kind of coming together for potentially another significant tornado to kind of come through the Colony Ridge, Carter Settlement, and Jacob Settlement area. Please take shelter, and if you know anybody out here, let them know the severity of the situation. The tornado sirens are likely going off, but sometimes people don't hear them or they ignore them. This is not one of those situations that you need to be doing that. Weather with Gary? No. I think that we're going to stick with the moderate risk, but I don't think that matters. I think that, we were just a couple of parameters away from having a high risk, and there's going to be a bunch of tornadoes today regardless. They don't have any tornado sirens out here? In Colony Ridge, they don't have any tornado sirens? Well, honestly, tornado sirens are outdated. You really don't need them in today's world. You just need internet connection. Hopefully, obviously not everybody has one, but like if everybody had a NOAA weather radio, that would be great. Right here, out in front of this storm, we've got Jason Cooley and Bob Pack. So down there at the bottom of your screen, you can see Jason and Bob. They're going to be able to give us a pretty good view of this storm. Also, what is Hascams 25? Somebody tell me in ear, like, what is this? I keep seeing it. It's moving. It's not a stationary camera. And it's a chaser? Can we show it? And also, if somebody is talking to me in ear, I can't hear you. I don't know if my thing's dead or what. And we can't use that or what? All right, so we do have Jason Cooley out there, so keep your eye on his stream. Yeah, the warm sector is still wide open. You're starting to see it fill with clouds because there's actually supercells starting to form. And you can see the wind shear so clearly here. Look at how the lower level winds are coming in like this. And then just above the surface, you can see them like this. And then even higher than that, you can see how everything's kind of getting blown this way. So there's you can see the curved photograph just by looking at the satellite imagery. All right, this storm right here is becoming increasingly concerning now. Velocity doesn't show a lot, but it does show a decent surge of inflow getting ready to come into the storm. And what we're going to see here is this little hook right here maybe take advantage of that and potentially produce a tornado near Colony Ridge. Get ready. $25. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, I have a relay message from Andy. Watch Bonnie, Texas, southwest of the Houston radar. Strong appearance on reflectivity. Velocity is working up.
All right, tell me the location again.
Bonnie, Texas. It's southwest of the Houston radar.
All right, thank you so much, Elijah. That's coming from Andy, who is drawing our attention southwest of the Houston radar down here near Bonnie. An area that we might have to watch here for a new tornado warning at some point. This storm right here, very obviously a supercell embedded in this confluence band, could be coming up towards Liverpool and Chocolate Bayou. Get ready to take shelter. Okay, cool. Thank you, Drew. Chandra, it's just a duplicate dot. I see it now. Drew explained it.
Hey, who are you? Adventurer? You're no Furbog. They are cursed. They thought I was a bear.
So yeah, we currently have one tornado warning right now. That's correct.
Strength is failing. Help me escape, then speak with my sister Yama at the Splinter Tree post to the east. Adventurer, I must escape.
Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so I have a very quick damage update here. So there is several homes and trailer homes that were damaged from that Porter Heights tornado. And then the Storm Prediction Center also has a report that unsettling is right on top of the Splendora Junior High School of a tornado sighting there from earlier. So that area is actually a complex. It is the Splendora High School, Splendora Junior High School, and Piney Woods Elementary School, all right there. I don't know if the schools took a direct hit or if the tornado was spotted right next to them, but the exact damage report that the Storm Prediction Center noted is directly on the junior high school there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Elijah. We're continuing to watch this storm down here. Try to organize south of Cleveland, north of Dayton, moving over towards Jacob Settlement and Colony Ridge. There's not a lot of organization happening with the velocity that we can tell so far, but on reflectivity, it just looks like one of those storms that is going to be a big problem. And we're continuing to watch the storm south of Houston as well.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Yeah, tornado warning for Liberty and Harris counties continues in Texas. This is south of North Cleveland. There's likely another tornado developing south and east of Bonnie, Texas.
That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging.
Here's another shot of the tornado earlier that happened north and west of Houston from Admire.
Charging.
Anthony says, I don't know if this is bait. I don't know if this is a joke. But just in case it's not. He says, are these storms only affecting Ohio? These storms are not in Ohio. They are in Texas right now. We're focusing on Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and a little bit of Arkansas right now. Ohio, you're in the clear for the most part right now. Ryan, which way is the Bonnie one heading? Let me go back down here to the Bonnie storm. We'll take a closer look at it here. So it's a very small and discrete area of rotation, which actually looks a little bit less impressive now than it did. But it's moving northeast. It is essentially going to eventually impact places like Hillcrest and Chocolate Bayou. It might come up later down the road towards Santa Fe. But right now, I do want to emphasize that this has no warning associated with it or anything. We're just watching it just in case. Jason's got a live view here of our tornado-warned storm. Which looks like it's coming together really good, even in person. Look at all those mobile homes. Once again, the risk area today, there's a lot of mobile homes out there, and I just want to make sure I'm saying this as many times as possible, just to make sure I'm getting the message out there. If you're in a mobile home and you're under a tornado warning today, you don't need to be there. You need to get out. You need to find a more suitable shelter.
Let's get this party started.
It's too far away.
And Bob Pack is really close to that one as well, or Jason is. So that's what we're looking at there. I'm going to pull him up full just in case there's something going on in there. I can't really tell from this vantage point.
I don't have a target.
But honestly, if there was, the velocity's kind of shrouded in rain, so it might be rain wrapped at this point. When will Mobile, Alabama be seeing storms today? Much later this afternoon into the evening. I would say there's going to be some storms intermittently throughout the day, but the stronger storms, the big part of the storm system, won't be coming through until like 11 to 1 a.m. And it is important to note that you guys are not in the hardest hit areas. We're not expecting to see the worst of the storms in your vicinity. The worst of the storms will be in places...
Hey Ryan, it's Brad. When you get a second, hit me up.
Will be in places like Vicksburg, Mississippi, for example. And this is probably around the time they'll be at their worst, anytime between 4 and 7 p.m. Let's hit up Brad. Go ahead, Brad.
Hey, just a heads up, we may have a tornado developing near Kurthwood, Louisiana. That's north of Leeville. We will intercept that storm. We're about to go through Jenna here in a second, but it's moving northeast in between Jenna and Winfield. So, got a developing possible tornado near Kurthwood, Louisiana.
All right, so Brad's on a storm in Louisiana. Gosh, there's so many people out here. I don't know which one of these is Brad. There he is. Right in the middle of a radar hole. So Brad's over here between Alexandria and Natchez, Louisiana. He's watching these storms, and man, there's a lot. There's a lot of these storms that are starting to become more mature. Okay, you see these storms popping up over here near Leesville. That could be a big tornado producer here soon. The storms that Brad's on are over here near Natchez. These could be tornado producers soon, like Brad just said. We've got some storms over here, even near Baton Rouge, which is where Jordan Hall is. You know, these could be tornado producers soon. So we've been focused pretty heavily on Texas, but we could be switching over to Louisiana and Mississippi here soon. All right, we got a tornado warning here for Brazoria and Galveston counties in Texas. This is for the storm that we've been watching, where there wasn't a warning. Now there is. This includes places like Alvin. Take shelter now. Rotation's very tight. It's very small, but it is definitely something that looks like a tornado producer here. So let me read off some more information for you. The tornado is going to be, the warning here is going to be in effect for Brazoria County and Galveston counties in Texas until 1:30 Central. This affects Galveston and northeastern Brazoria County. The storm is near Liverpool right now, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. We've got a rotating storm capable of producing It's different size. And then we can double check ourselves with the velocity here. We've got tight rotation indicated by the velocity couplet here. A tornado is ongoing right now, approaching a fairly populated area to the south of Alvin. Take shelter. If you're between Chocolate Bayou and Alvin in Texas, you're in a very dangerous spot. Yeah, it just went over an area where there are some houses. Once again, I expect this to cross over Highway 35. Really close to that airport. Potentially around the shop or the CLS Industrial Purification area. So if you know anybody over there, have them take shelter. Or if you're over there, take shelter yourself. As it is a damaging tornado. Getting close to Houston, Labradors, Belzona, Houston. Now here's the hope is that this doesn't last very long. Storms like this, especially with how small the velocity couplet is, like there's a good chance that this will be a short-lived tornado. We're gonna hope for that anyways. But let's say that it continues on the trajectory that it's on right now. It's going to go right into Hillcrest, and it'll enter in on the side where Smash Design is, Top Mulch, the Walt Disney Elementary School, and the Sal Godfrey Attorney at Law offices, and the Grind Sportsplex. So if you know where that stuff is, that's where we would expect the tornado to come in if it continues on its current trajectory. So once again, tornado warning in effect for Brazoria and Galveston counties in Texas. Tornado is on the ground right now. Take shelter now.
Someone has killed him.
I'm hoping that the next frame looks a little bit less intense. So if I go back a frame, it was a lot more intense there. You see how it kind of blooped up and now it's blooping down? If that makes sense. I hope it continues to bloop down. That's the trend that we're seeing. Talk about oversimplification. Blooping up and blooping down. Got a confirmed tornado on the ground right now located near Liverpool and Alvin in Texas. It's moving northeast at 30 miles per hour, quarter-size hail. Take immediate action now, especially in Alvin, Santa Fe, and Hillcrest. Take shelter. Just try refreshing it.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
Okay, well, you can try. If you can see what's going wrong, you can try. Yeah, you can really clearly see the structure of the sail here. So it's a strong storm. The velocity couplet is just small. But that doesn't mean that it's going to do small damage. Radar confirmed a tornado. Ryan, we're in Dixon, a bit north and east of Alvin, and the thunder is quite loud up here. Yeah, Radar Omega, actually, we've got a camera there in Dixon. We can see the storm coming in. I'm hoping that the the tornado doesn't make it that far, but the storm that's producing the tornado is moving right towards Dixon. It'll be about 30 minutes or so before it gets there, but definitely y'all watch out in League City and Dixon. All right, so the new scan is in. We still got a confirmed tornado here. Velocity actually looks more intense now, so it looked like it was going down. Now we're blooping up again as it crosses Highway 35. It's likely getting really close to Hillcrest now. If we switch over to reflectivity, we can see something that resembles a debris ball as well. So now that's a third thing that we have to consider. We've got velocity couplet indicating strong rotation. We've got our correlation coefficient showing debris being lofted into the air. And now we've got a debris ball indicative on radar reflectivity. So this is moving into the Hillcrest area now. Currently, the tornado is likely
a new tornado warning has been issued.
The east of I-35, or Highway 35, I should say, over there near the Pico Propane and Fuels area. If you know where Top Mulch is, that's about where the tornado is. It's going to go into Hillcrest over here near Laurel Court, the Godfrey Eternity at Law office, Village at Alvin. This could go right into the middle of Hillcrest. We got to get everybody in that town underground. Put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. And we've also got a new tornado warning, by the way, that on a completely separate storm. Very large tornado warning here for Hardin, Polk, and Tyler counties in Texas. Large area of rotation now going up towards Warren, Texas. Take shelter immediately. You can see how the cell here has that little curve to it. It's got a nudger behind it. And it's got a wide open, warm air mass out in front of it. The National Weather Service expects that it will take advantage of that as it goes up towards the Willwood Airport. So once again, this is Hardin, Polk, and Tyler counties in Texas. Take shelter immediately. Rotation was spotted on radar near Thicket. Quarter-size hail is also possible here. It's going to be over there near Wildwood around 115, Village Mills around 120. It's also going to affect areas like Ivanhoe and Hillister. Get to the lowest and most interior floor, get into the interior room, stay away from windows, and evacuate mobile homes if you can to a more sturdy shelter. Has there been any photos of this yet? It's in a pretty populated area. We haven't seen anything. That's wild. Definitely a big tornado ongoing right now, moving into Hillcrest. I can't express enough how serious of a situation this is for our folks here in Hillcrest. If I zoom in really far here, you can see all these little cul-de-sacs, all these little streets. These are people's homes that the tornado is about to go over. It's happening. This is real. A big tornado is moving into Hillcrest, Texas right now.
I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I don't have a target.
If you know somebody over here, call them, text them, FaceTime them, whatever it is, to make sure that they're in their safe spot, because I guarantee you, once again, it's the day after Christmas, or it's a couple days after Christmas, people aren't paying attention to the weather. Somebody is going to get caught off guard out here. And we don't, like, with the amount of weather coverage that we have, with the amount of tools that we have to spot these things out nowadays, never again should we hear on the news the next day, oh, we didn't know it was coming. It came out of nowhere. Because no, it didn't. This has been a very well forecasted event, and the only thing that we got to make sure that we do is make sure that we get the message out to the right people. So everybody in Hillcrest should be in their safe spot. Algoa, Bayou Safari Wildlife Park, everybody in Alvin, Texas needs to be heeding this warning, as this is a very dangerous storm. Big tornado now going through Hillcrest, Texas right now. Specifically, tornado is located near the village Alvin, which once again, this is what it looks like. Just trailer parks, trailer park after trailer park, huge area of mobile homes here. So hopefully we've done a good job today of explaining the risks of staying in your mobile home during a tornado warning. But we've got lots of, even downstream here, we've got lots of multi-family homes. We've got a lot of condos. This is a very heavily populated area here where the tornado is continuing to rip through right now. Latest scan on velocity does show a little bit of a less concerning signature, so hopefully that continues. But we're going to go ahead and assume that the tornado is still down and everybody in Hillcrest is going to stay underground until further notice. And we really need to be watching out up there in Dixon now.
My guy just died.
So the debris ball really isn't visible much anymore on radar. The velocity couplet looks a little bit less intense, and the correlation coefficient is still there. But this, out of all the products that we look at, this one is the one that's most delayed, right? So think about it. A lot of times you'll see a tornado first through the velocity. And then only after it picks up debris will you actually see that on the correlation coefficient. And then the tornado could literally lift and you still see a huge debris signature on the correlation coefficient because, you know, the tornado sucked stuff up 15, 20,000 feet into the air, and it's going to hang out there for a while even after the tornado subsides. So hopefully what's happening is the tornado is dissipating. However, we cannot assume that that's the case because we have this big debris signature right here going through Hillcrest. And we've got to assume that we've got a tornado continuing here as it goes up towards Algoa.
I can't cast that yet.
So take shelter in Algoa.
I need a target.
Currently, the tornado is somewhere near the Humbird Taxidermy facility, the B3 Resources Bella Moon Barn. If you know where that stuff is, you know about where the tornado is right now. It's moving up towards Highway 6. Highway 6. It's going to go over Highway 6 here in just a few minutes between Alvin and Santa Fe, probably near the Petrochem Valve plant, the Red Dragon, and the Tequila El Alacran Mexican restaurant there. This is also going to go right up towards the WM Coastal Plains landfill as well, if it continues. We're starting to see a big uptick in lightning here. So this is the storm. This is a live view thanks to Radar Omega, the app we all know and love. This is a live view of the top of the storm, okay? So Dixon, this is a live view from Dixon, Texas. The storm is coming towards you. We can't see the bottom of the storm. We can't see where that tornado is, but we can see where the debris is being flown up to right now. And you can see that there's a lot of friction in the air there because of the amount of lightning that we're seeing. Lots of cloud to ground lightning, but we're also seeing a lot of flashes, which is not very common in broad daylight. So that just says that there's a lot of lightning happening in there, and the amount of lightning is upticking. So the storm is still strengthening, and we've still got a very concerning situation on our hands here for the folks over here closer to Dixon, Texas. You're not under a warning yet, but y'all watch out. My goodness, the rotation looks more impressive now as it approaches Algoa. Looks like another breath of inflow is coming into the storm, which if there was a moment there where we lost our tornado, it's going to likely reform right as it comes into Algoa, Texas. And once again, it's crossing the Highway 6 there near the Mexican restaurant. Let me see if I can't see how to say that. Hey, what's the correct pronunciation for down there in Texas, the Taqueria El Alacran Mexican restaurant?
That's pronounced Taqueria El Alacran. Back to you, Ryan.
All right, awesome. There's a tornado right now moving up towards the WM Coastal Plains landfill. So there's also a place out here called Algoa. Algoa, am I pronouncing that right in Texas?
Yes, that's pronounced Algoa. Back to you, Ryan.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, right here near Algoa, we're getting ready to cross Highway 6, moving up towards the Bay Colony and Bayou Lakes. Take shelter now if you're anywhere near the El Tejano Airport. This is a very dangerous situation. I do want to pull us away from this just for a moment because we got a lot of people watching from all over the place. There's another tornado warning. It's been about 7 minutes since we've checked in on it. It's up here for Hardin, Polk, and Tyler, Texas. The rotation with this one's not quite as intense, but it's still a concerning storm. If we're in places like Wildwood, Village Mills, or Hicksball, in Texas, let's get to shelter. We've also got a bunch of other storms starting to pop up. We've got a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings and special weather statements. Nothing quite as intense yet as what's going on down here in Texas. That's why we're focusing on this right now, okay? I promise we will get to everything, and if we're not talking about your area currently, that's a good thing. You don't want us to talk about you. That means that you're currently in the worst case scenario.
It's still recharging. I need a target.
So what's happening right now is our area of let me show you. This is quite interesting. Our area of rotation started off as this really small, compact tornado, right? And then it kind of fizzled out a little bit, and then it recycled with a larger couplet, right? And now the same thing is happening. It's happening again, but with maybe potentially a much larger couplet. We've got a much more broad area of rotation now. So either the area of vorticity is kind of widening out, and maybe that's a good thing, or we're getting a new breath of inflow into the storm, and we're about to see a much larger tornado form here as the storm goes past Algoa. So take shelter immediately if you're in Algoa. This is an extremely dangerous situation. The warning's going to last for another, 12 minutes. Hopefully it continues to fall apart. Hopefully it doesn't strengthen any. But if it does, it's going to produce another big tornado here somewhere past Highway 6 as it approaches Dixon, Texas. And we do have a live view from Dixon down there, thanks to Radar Omega. In slot 3. Matt, thank you for that. We can't do that right now, but I promise I will before the end of the stream. Oh yeah, this is not good, y'all. So once again, the velocity is becoming more broad, less compact, but there's just more of it there. There's more energy, I guess you could say, for the storm to take advantage of as it goes right up towards Dixon. And this is, once again, a live look at downtown Dixon. We're up on top of some cell tower or radio tower or something. I think you can see hailstones falling there. And you can see the hail core back in there. So we're the tornado, if there's a tornado down, we would see it on the left side. All right, you can see the hail core. We can see the forward flank of the storm. That's where all the lightning is, right in front of us. On the left side, that's likely where the rear flank downdraft is. And that'll be coming into view here within the next couple of minutes. Dickinson. I'm sorry. I've been saying Dixon. My bad. We're starting to hear preliminary reports of damage coming in from Hillcrest. So as we get more details on that, I'm sure Elijah will let us know, but it definitely looks like Hillcrest took a hit there. We still have a tornado, or we have another tornado developing now over Highway 6 near the WM Coastal Plains landfill, moving up towards Barber's Nurseries Incorporated. And eventually, League City and Dickinson, Texas. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, you can see the base of the mesocyclone coming into view on the left side of your screen there. This is an incredible view of the supercell, once again, from Radar Omega Cyclone Port in Dickinson, Texas.
Do you hear the call of the hunt, adventurer? You must listen closely, but the call comes from deep within you. It comes from deep within all of us. Ah, the paw of Ursangus. Your skill is impressive, adventurer. He's credited with numerous kills. The crescent on his paw is no doubt a sign that he was trained by the night elves that skulk about Ashenvale. Ursangus was one of the mightiest bears you'd find in these parts. To have bested such a creature is a testament to your will and resolve. Go ahead and put that one that you just loaded into your ancestors would be proud.
Radar Omega number 38.
Victory for adventurer in the Ashenvale hunt. Well done. The head of Shadumbra.
So we've got another vantage point here from a little bit farther away.
Fight, no
this
doubt.
is from Texas City, Texas, looking to the west.
Was well known throughout the post
and then this is closer to the actual storm right here.
Especially on foot,
my goodness, look at
that.
To
the Zoram Strand was wrought with danger because
just
of this tiger.
Incredible view of the mesocyclone as it approaches Dixon County or Dickinson, Texas.
Beasts that comprise the
Once again, there is not a tornado warning yet for Dickinson. However, it could be coming very soon.
The blood of
as the rear flank downdraft, the very strong winds, the rain-cooled winds are bracing out into that warm air, and that's what we're seeing there, the big shelf on the front side of the mesocyclone there.
May your ancestors watch over you. You found my brother. He was captured by the Thistlefurs. That is terrible news to hear, for although many furbolgs are noble creatures, the Thistlefurs are corrupt. Thank you for rescuing
the good news
my
is, so far, I don't see anything making contact with the ground, but it looks like we're about to see it because we just got an observed tornado warning now that does include Dickinson, Texas. So if you're in Dickinson, Texas, the tornado sirens, if you guys have got them, should start going off now. Did that make a noise? You guys, did it say tornado warning whenever that came through?
If you want to know about the comings and goings of caravans and merchants here in Splinter Tree Post, then I am fortunately the orc
for some reason
you are
I'm not
looking
hearing. I just want to make sure you guys can hear it.
Unfortunately for you, though.
But yeah, we've got a confirmed tornado warning now for Chambers and Galveston counties in Texas, and this is a live look at it. Go ahead and switch Jason and Radar Omega 24. Put 24 in one.
Well,
so I'm going to keep the camera above my head here, but we need to take another look at the radar as our huge supercell is getting a little bit obstructed by the radar here.
Take this.
However, we can see very tight
You find a
rotation
nasty ball of water and
starting to come
decide to
together
bring
here
it
near
to
Bayou
me?
Lakes.
Who am
This is going to be
I?
moving, honestly,
Earthen
right
ring or
up
something?
towards our camera here,
that does give me
which
an
you
idea.
can see in the Radar
Perhaps
Omega
you
app.
do need the earthen ring for this.
So,
I mean, if it helps
yeah,
clear up the
incredible
situation
stuff
at the lake
happening
for
right
good,
now
then I'm all
in
for
and
it.
around
You know who the
Dickinson
earthen
County,
ring
or
are,
Dickinson,
adventurer?
Texas. This is
These
Galveston
are
and
perfect,
Chambers County.
adventurer. Thanks for helping me
National
out.
Weather Service
and
has
this is
issued
for
a
your time.
confirmed or observed tornado warning. This is radar confirmed. Surprisingly, I still don't think we've seen any pictures or videos of it yet. This is not a public reported tornado. So likely what's happening here is there's a lot of rain in behind that shelf there, and it's kind of shrouding the actual tornado. But there's definitely a tornado in there. I'm almost certain of it. So once again, we've got a tornado warning here. A tornado is on the ground near Santa Fe, and it's moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. You want to some locations in the path include Eastern League City, Texas City, Dickinson, Lamarck, Kemah, Clear Lake Shores. You want to take cover now, get to the lowest floor of a sturdy building, stay away from windows. If you're in a mobile home, get out and find strong shelter. Don't wait to see the tornado. You might not be able to see it. It might be hidden by rain, and take shelter right now. It's going to hit League City in around 1:30. It's going to hit Kemah around 1:35, and expect significant damage out there, okay? This is a massive one. Holy smokes, y'all. Yeah, it's likely rain wrapped. So what we're looking at here is just the overall front side of the it's essentially this. You see how this right here is kind of bowing out right here? That's what the camera's looking at. The tornado is inside of that a little bit, and it's likely shrouded by rain. We're not able to see it. But the closer that gets to our camera, the more likely it is that we will actually see it.
In the parking lot outside a bar that you like to go to.
Yeah, very dangerous rotating storm coming into Dickinson, Texas right now. We are getting reports from Hillcrest that that area was hit. And this is the same storm, so we've got to take it incredibly seriously. It's going to cross Interstate 45 somewhere. Oh my gosh, this is an incredibly populated area. Look at this. Tornado, if it's down right now, which we don't know for sure that it still is, but let's assume that it is. The tornado somewhere in this general vicinity right here. And it's about to go through like just an incredible collection of subdivisions. Right here where the Walmart Supercenter is, Target, Bass Pro Shops. Right here along Interstate 45 is around where this thing's going to cross the interstate if it stays on the ground. If it stays on the ground, remember, it went through Hillcrest, Algoa, now coming up in this direction. Right in here is where we're expecting to see a tornado soon. So take shelter if you haven't already.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We just got a new tornado warning. Let's go check in on it real quick. This is up here for Tyler and Jasper counties in Texas. Radar indicated rotation. Nothing confirmed yet, but take shelter now if you're in Tyler and Jasper counties. This includes Hillister, Oldham, and Town Bluff. Take shelter now. It also includes the Steinhagen Lake and Danby there. Unbelievable shot here from the Radar Omega Cyclone Port camera in Dickinson, Texas. In Dickinson, Texas, there are no designated public tornado shelters. Local emergency management advises residents to identify a safe place within their home, such as a small windowless interior room on the lowest floor, and take shelter.
Greeting, adventurer. Welcome to the front lines in our conquest of Ashenvale. If you are looking for something to do, then you've come to the right place. I'm always looking for able-bodied individuals to help bring glory to the
still showing
Horde.
Very strong rotation
Well
right
done,
here,
adventurer,
coming
well
across
done.
Bayou Lakes now.
I
It's,
will continue to send forces
I mean,
to
it's
thin out
just,
the
it's
foe,
really
but I
close
can at least
to
count on a different path that will
crossing
be free
the
of alliance
interstate there where
entanglements.
we were talking
Horde
about.
conquest of
Somewhere
Ashenvale
between the
is now in
Tanger
full
outlets and the
swing.
Walmart there. That's
You've
where I'm
earned your
expecting
pay
this to
this
cross
day,
the road.
hero.
Now, we
I
know that we've got a
salute
huge rotating mesocyclone. We know that we've had a tornado. We don't know if there's a tornado right now, but we're assuming there is one.
Be seeing ya.
You want to get into the lowest floor, most interior room of your home. Here's an awesome graphic from Kinsey. Kinsey's reminded me to show this right now. This is a great time to do this, especially in an area where there are no designated public shelters. Nowhere to go when sheltering from a tornado. You don't want to go to the top floor. You don't want to be on these upstairs rooms. You certainly don't want to be on the upstairs outward-facing room. Theoretically, you want to be in a room where you could punch through all of the walls and your hands would just go into another room. You never want to feel the outside on your hands, you know what I'm saying? So these are going to be your best places, preferably whichever one has the least amount of windows or glass. Yeah, so we've got an incredible view here from that Radar Omega camera there in Dickinson, Texas, of the rotating mesocyclone as it crosses right over our camera. I don't think we're going to be able to see the entire thing because it's literally going to go right over our camera. The strongest part of the storm is just going to kind of wallop the exact spot where the camera is here soon. So it'll probably, from the left, you'll see the rain curtains starting to come in, and then we'll just lose complete visibility here soon. But you can see how the whole thing is rotating there. This is not sped up or anything. The tornadic part of this is still a little bit out of view and to the left there. Also, a lot of these other storms that we've been watching are really starting to ramp up as well. Yeah, the radar continues to look very impressive. The rotation honestly continues to look very impressive. Man, this camera, if there's a tornado, this camera might get hit by that tornado. And I believe... Oh, no, it's still going. I thought it froze there for a second. I was like, it might have already happened. All right, you can see it now. You can see the rapid movement there on the bottom left side of your screen. Those are some of the rain curtains coming around. The more tight rotation there. Wow. So once again, right now, if there's a tornado, the rotating part of this storm is crossing Interstate 45 near Bay Colony Point. Really close to the radar. Oh, wow. It's really close to the radar, and it's also very close to this camera, which they've just flipped it around. Yeah, look at that. The big area of precipitation at the base of the supercell is literally coming right towards The camera is in the bullseye. So I can say pretty clearly now that this is rain wrapped. We're not going to see a tornado here, I don't think. But like if there's a tornado on the ground, it's shrouded in that big area of rain that you see behind the camera there. And that's coming up to Dickinson. It's coming up into Szechuan Garden. It's coming into Dickinson. Right there where the Walmart is and all that good stuff. Look at how quickly it's coming in too. You see how fast the rain curtains are moving? Holy smokes, y'all. Some other places that need to be getting ready here. Once this gets past Dickinson, it's going to cross over the Interstate 45 literally moments from now. If it's actually it's crossing Interstate 45 right now, essentially. It is going to continue to move over towards the St. Edmunds Green. It's going to move over there towards Bayview, HEB. Get ready along the water there near the Kemah Boardwalk. You guys are in the path.